Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video, we're going to talk about something. Water wars is what we're going to talk about, and not the fun type here, but real serious ones are, happening in Arizona here. Now, I did a video on November 30th, maybe, where it was, about hundreds of homes near Scottsdale could have no running water. It's a warning to all of us, okay? And so the municipality of Scottsdale was no longer going to send out water to homes that live in rural, subdivisions that have no water supply of their own. And these homes aren't hooked up to anything. They have a tank that gets filled because Scottsdale has always trucked water up to them. But they were told that on January 1st that wasn't going to happen anymore. And so they were all scrambling. But like the fact that our water problems out west haven't been solved in decades because no one will actually do the hard work of cutting water use. Okay, so now the people that have been cut off are suing. That's because their water tanks will be dry within days, and the residents demand water now and count down until dwindling supplies run out. And what they're saying here too is that the city of Arizona has cut them off from a utility. So right here, Scottsdale.org. Let me see, the hometown newspaper. They got in on this. You know who else did? Oh yes, Scottsdale Realtors.org. So they're talking about it. This is January 14th, 2023. So yeah, this is not the water wars where, people are just out having fun. This is real serious day-to-day living, and about 1,000 homes could, well, I don't know what they're going to do for water, but they haven't been doing much planning in the time that they've been told that they're not going to have water. And I, in this video that I did, I think somewhere, they said something to the effect of, well, we're hoping they'll get reasonable and come to their senses, and that's what they're still hoping for. But one of these articles, right here in this Scottsdale Realtor article, it says Scottsdale Mayor David Ortega, who has repeatedly called himself a hard no on helping the Rio Verde residents, that's all the people that are getting cut off, saying that water isn't a compassion game. And it's not. That's why, you know, wars are fought over water. But that was, kind of the resolution here. The people, the Mesa Verde people that were getting cut off they were hoping, that the people in Scottsdale would just come to their senses. Now Scottsdale's running out of water, and they have to look out for Scottsdale. And so now the people of Rio Verde, not Mesa Verde, Rio Verde, dozens of the foothill residents filed a lawsuit Thursday meant to force Scottsdale into helping the community temporarily secure a water supply after the city cut off residents on January 1st. So temporarily, I wonder what that means. This is January. This was 2 days ago. The lawsuit, along with a new bill in state legislature that would make the city liable for some costs incurred as a result of the shutoff, are the latest last-ditch attempts to pull back the community from disaster. Right? When you don't have homes, these people somewhere in here, they have 5,000 gallon tanks, and they go through that in a month, and that's like 166 gallons a day. So the residents who were cut off say it's an unconscionable amount of stress and anxiety, because they need it for their basic necessities. And They About 60 of the Foothill residents gathered at the city civic center in an attempt to make officials hear their plea. Like, please, we thought you were just going to be reasonable. Like, you don't have enough, but give to us because you always have. Okay? Like, wait till America starts cutting off foreign aid because, hey, we're broke. Okay? I mean, but they hope to have them hear their plea and come to the table. So it came on the heels of a letter from State Rep David Cook, who a Republican, who is also the primary sponsor of the new legislation targeting the city. And he said, with no sign of a change of heart from Scottsdale leaders, Cook said it's time to up the ante. So now these water wars become legislative wars. The state is going to mandate that the people of Scottsdale give to the people who built their homes without any water source and without wells and just didn't even think about it. Why would I think about that? What? Huh? I mean, your home has to have a water source. Guess what? Even if you're hooked up to the city, when these cities run dry, you still don't have a water source. But these rural places. These people went and bought these properties. True, the city was supplying them water, but that was as a courtesy, it appears. So yeah, this Cook guy, he continued, I can't wait and hope and pray that they come to their senses. And I need to take action now and get these things moving, because if they don't, these are the alternatives that they could be facing, and I'm going to fight hard. So the alternatives are that legislation is going to go in that says that they have to. So, because, yeah, and they hope that they come to their senses. What? This is what's going to happen at economic collapse, when homes run out of food and they know that your neighbor has some. What's yours is theirs because they need it. Okay, so yes, they're just all hoping that Scottsdale comes to their senses, but Scottsdale says this isn't a compassion game right here. It isn't a compassion game. So, it's homes and it's businesses. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They can stop doing business with the haulers at any time. So, because they're saying that they can go to other sources. So, but yeah, these homes are now out of water. The tap has run dry. And this could just be the start of it. I mean, even with all the moisture the West is getting right now, most everything I read is like it still hasn't even put a dent in what they need. So it's kind of interesting that state lawmaker Cook is going to fight hard, because the people who filed the suit right here uh, say the vote is contrary to Arizona law and is not supported by evidence, is arbitrary and capricious, and an abuse of discretion. And capricious is an indicative of a sudden, odd notion or unpredictable change, erratic, impulsive, and unpredictable. Unstable, meaning lacking firmness and steadiness, as in a purpose or devotion. So, in case you were wondering, that wording that they threw in there, and an abuse of discretion. Well, that's interesting, because if you have discretion, don't you get to decide what you do? But that's what the people who filed the suit said. And so they said that it is contrary to Arizona law. But yet so we already have law that would prevent this. So that guy Cook doesn't have to go out there and introduce another law. Okay, in free America, how many laws do we have? Okay. So it says here, it asserts the law requires that the supervisors to consider whether the public convenience, necessity, or welfare will be promoted by the establishment of the Rio Verde Foothills Domestic Water Improvement District is required, and they said that they did not make any such determination or findings. They're talking about the process of just all the technicalities of they used to get water and what do you mean? So the water wars are definitely starting to hit home, and this is really no surprise to anybody that's been paying attention. So let's see what this article says. And Scottsdale just says, it's the drought. And it says it can no longer afford to sell the water to its neighbors and must concentrate instead on conserving water for its own residences. So about 500 to 700 homes, roughly about 1,000 people are affected by this. So this Daily Mail article says that it's residents of the area's many $500,000 McMansions, stuccos homes, and ranches, they're desperately searching for a solution to the serious problem. So one guy, Cody Rem, says his water bill will now skyrocket to about $1,000 a month, and they can't wait. This shouldn't have happened, and we shouldn't have been without water. Okay. It says the average family's water bill in the area has jumped to $660 from $220 a month, so that's tripling. So this says that the cities of Prescott and Flagstaff are, going through the same thing. They have unincorporated areas outside of the city that rely on them. So this problem could definitely spread. And right, these homes that are affected right now have 5,000-gallon storage tanks, which is enough to last the average family for about a month. The homeowner said that they had come to believe the system was reliable. Well, yeah, it always was because there was water, and the city of Scottsdale was like, sure, okay, we have water, we'll give it to you. But right when it comes down to, we don't have it, we can't give it to you, then things change. So right here, the people bringing the suit argue that the city is violating Arizona law by cutting off utility services to customers beyond their borders. And Scottsdale didn't respond to the suit, but they're on the brink of running dry. And so this guy Rame, who I quoted before, he said, I just hope our neighbors in Scottsdale see that their area, a beautiful, special place in Arizona, it's going to die. And he believes this is a righteous cause. So, okay, we will see how this turns out. Water wars are definitely heating up. And with the way things are going in the Southwest, this could truly just be the start of it. So stay tuned, people.